Doing starting right now. Yeah. So if you want to listen, I guess come in here, or you can listen to it on your phones out here, whatever you want to do. Actually, listen to it on your phones because it's real hot in here. I'll come in. Alrighty, guys, give me a minute. Just finishing some stuff here at the Lifestyle Center. The legends here just ran an amazing nutrition workshop. We are recording this so we can flick it to the others, but I'm literally going to delete it after 24 hours because, I don't want to leave these things open. So if you guys can hear this, can you just please make sure you're on mute? I'm easily distracted. We've got a whole bunch of peeps here as well. I'm going to be talking about, sure that's turned off, got battery, cool. I'm going to be talking about taking action. Because it's a good one to talk about, isn't it? Cool. All right, so let's rip into it, guys. So if you guys don't know me, my name's Jared. Welcome to TGIM tonight. If you're in the Glow Lean Challenge, if you're listening to this, this is actually your challenge done for the day. So well done on some easy points. And hopefully not only you get points, but you get some value out of it as well. Because I think obviously we've covered philosophy, we've covered goals, covered power of association, but for me, there's like 3 kegs to success in your life. And number 1's your philosophy. So how your sales set, where you're going. Number 2's your goals, where you want to be, how big they are, et cetera, et cetera. And number 3 is taking action, because you can have the first 2 and not take action and nothing happens, right? So just a couple of quotes to kick us off. First one, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. That's by Zig Ziglar. And another one here, but where'd it go? Nowhere. Cool. So taking action is the fundamental skill to all success. And that's by Pablo Picasso, so the artist. If you're not taking action, you can't actually achieve anything in your life. I know that's common sense, but a lot of people aren't making that connection, right? So you think of, I guess, the main areas of your life, whether it be your health, mindset, your business or your finances or your work or career. What else? We've got social, family, like the works, the wheel of life. If you're not taking action, like if you're failing in one of those areas, you've either got the wrong plan, someone sold you the wrong plan, or you're just not taking action towards it. So for example, your health, if you're, and this all comes down to your daily disciplines as well. So if your daily disciplines are out in accordance with your goals, for example, you want to lose weight, but you're eating Maccas every day, you're probably on the wrong path. Someone sold you the wrong plan, so to speak. Just put yourselves on mute, guys, please. But if you're taking action, like let's say you want to be healthy and you're taking action with your diet and you're exercising every day and doing those things that we all know make us healthy, smashing your nutrition program, you will get there, right? If you want to improve your mindset, but you're not actually taking action towards that and you're not doing anything to improve it, of course nothing's going to change. Jim Rohn says for things to change, you have to change. So, if you want to change your mindset, you have to be taking action into that. So reading more, putting yourself into personal development. Maybe you've got a skill that you want to correct, researching that, engrossing yourself in that so you can actually learn how to do it. From a business or a financial perspective, in business, if you're not taking action and promoting your business, if you're not marketing, if you're not talking to people, if no one knows about your business, of course you're not going to do any. So it's important that we're taking action in those skills. So those areas that you need to improve, I would have thought the reason why you have to improve them is you're not taking enough action to make them achieve your goals in those areas. So I guess it's important to talk about why people don't take action, right? And I've put it down to 3 things. Hang on. Yeah, 3 things. So 4 things. So the first one is ignorance. So I don't care what they say, ignorance isn't bliss. It's not one of those things, like knowledge is power, knowledge is wealth. If you don't know, then you don't know, right? and people will be failing in an area of their life. And being a health coach, you notice people's diets, they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not, because they're not educated in how to eat properly towards their goals, towards how they want to look. So, like, ignorance would be the first killer of taking action, because if people don't know, then like they don't actually know it's available, right? Like they don't know what is possible for them, and if they don't know how to do it, then there's going to be that lack of skill, which leads us into number 2. And I think lack of skill is like if you drew a graph, lack of action would be up the top and lack of skill would be down the bottom. No skill would be down the bottom, because like you can learn all you want about but if you're not taking action and experiencing the skill, then you're never going to learn it. Like when you actually think about it, you can know all the theory, but unless you're actually applying it, then it's not going to happen, right? So we need to be applying the skills that we want to learn. And it's one of those things, and I know a lot of us, or if you've ever applied for a job, they'll say you have no experience, and you're like, well, that's why, because no one will hire me, right? So you kind of, like, there's always that kind of roundabout, so you've got to find that way to get experience, and take action towards that, so you actually have the skill set. So number 3 is fears. So we've got number 1, ignorance, you just don't know. Number 2, lack of skill. Number 3, fears. So what I know about fear is time fuels fear. So the longer you leave something, if it scares you, the harder it will be. So for example, the longer you leave taking action on your health, the harder it's going to be for you. You're either going to be heavier, you're going to ingrain these habits that are unhealthy, whatever it is. From a business perspective, the longer you leave, maybe you need to talk to that person, that client, and address that situation. The longer you leave it, the more scenarios you're going to play through your head, the harder it's going to be. So what I find is if something really scares me, and it's not going to kill me, of course, I'm not going to jump off a bridge or something, but if someone really scares me, I try to address it straight away. Like if I need to make that phone call and I'm really worried about it, I'll just dial it and call it and figure it out when the phone's ringing. So I kind of jump and work it out on the way down, type of thing. So that's a really good way to kill the time that's fueling the fear, right? And I've read a really good quote online when I was researching this. It says, "Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place you were yesterday." So a lot of people, I guess, don't take action because they've got that fear of failure, and it really inhibits their success. And what I know is, in regards to that, Tony Robbins talks about your action pillars, right? So you've either got a pleasure pillar or a pain pillar, and whichever one you fuel towards that action is the one that's going to dominate. So, for example, if something is going to cause you more pleasure than pain to do it, then you'll do it. So maybe it's eating something like an ice cream, right? Like you've associated a lot of pleasure with that. It's delicious. It's amazing. It's a hot day, whatever it is, you're going to eat it. But then the pain of actually doing that every single day to your health, you're not considering. But if you're looking at it like, no, I don't want to, like the pain of being, where you are right now, if you associate that pain with eating that ice cream, you're probably not going to do it because you're like, no, it's not worth it. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does to you guys on the call. Is it to you guys? So they're your action pillars. And I know the way you enhance, so if something's going to help you move towards your goals and achieve your goals, if you play the what if question but in a positive manner, it's really going to fuel that pleasure pillar. So if you want to do something and you're like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if I lose all that weight? What if I get that massive client into my business? What if I, what else is there? What if I spend that special time and that's that moment, with my family, that I remember forever, and you really enhance the pleasure side of it, of the pillar, of course you're going to take the action. It's going to take all the fear out of it. But if, in saying that, if you're experiencing the pain and you know this, I'm talking about actions that you know are going to help you achieve your goals, but you're scared of doing anyway. If you're playing the game that, and you're scared to do it, maybe ask yourself this: what's the worst that can happen? And I know, especially in our Herbalife operation, we get scared of talking to people, and I use Herbalife because that's what I do, guys. So just relate the examples where they need to be. But we associate a lot of pain with hearing no from talking to people. But what is the actual worst that can happen? You know, what that person says no, like it doesn't matter. Like it's just a no. You hear it all the time, especially if you guys, right? You're out in the town trying to talk to a young lady. She says no. Okay, you move on, right? So it's the same type of thing. So really got to enhance those pleasure builders. But if you don't know about them, once again, ignorance isn't bliss. And if you know this stuff, then you can actually use it to enhance your life, right? Go on mute, guys. So the other thing I think inhibits people from taking action is time management. And a lot of people get caught up in management. Millions of you guys. Oh, kids these days, huh? There we go. I'll mute you. Cool. So, so with time management, there's lots of books and there's lots of stuff on time management, but for me, the best time management is prioritizing your time. If your time isn't prioritized towards your goals, then you're never going to have effective time management. Doesn't matter how many calendars you got, doesn't matter how many diaries you got, doesn't matter how many planners you got, it's still not going to work, because what I find is when I do a planner and my day's really booked up, a slight tweak happens here and it throws my day completely out, time-wise, right? But if I'm just prioritizing the things that are going to help me achieve my goals, then of course I'm going to move towards them. Like I'm going to do them first in the day. And I'm going to make those, especially when time's fueling fear, if you're prioritizing the things that move you towards your goals, you're going to hit that on the head straight away, right? Like they're like your imperative. So what your guys' homework is tonight is, for the rest of this, at least this challenge, maybe the rest of the month even, if you're really serious, is I want you to do a really simple thing. And I've been doing this for a long time now, and it definitely has served me well. And on the days where I don't, for whatever reason, I feel like I get nothing done. And the days that I do it, I feel like I'm a champion. I get everything done. And there's reasons for that. It's called an imperative and an important list. All right? If you guys are doing this, your imperative side of it, so you're going to like grab a A4 sheet of paper, you're going to draw a line down the middle. It can be a scrap piece of paper, it doesn't matter. It's something you're going to carry around all day. And your imperatives are things that you have to do by midnight that day that are going to move towards your goals. So this is dependent on your goals, guys. So hopefully you've got some. And you're going to list, like for me, as a baseline with our business, it's nutrition. So try to eat well, exercise, do some mindset stuff. So that's something that I do every day because I'm in the car all day anyway. And talk to 10 people now. That's like the baseline. And the rest, I might add on. Like I had to do this webinar. It was impending, so I put that on there. So on the other side are things that you don't have to do, because people get caught up procrastinating and stuff like that with stuff they don't have to do. So they'll spend all day washing their car when all this stuff they actually have to do to get them towards their goals, they're not going to do. So people lose time. But if you're prioritizing your imperatives and things that are moving towards your goals, you're going to turn like weeks in the days, you're going to turn months in the weeks, you're going to really condense your time so you actually get more done. So if you're getting more done, means that you're going to live a greater life and you're going to move towards your goals, and things that you thought were so far away previously are going to get closer and closer and closer and closer until you knock them off and you have to set new goals, right? So it's really, really important. So I want to see you guys doing that. If you're brave enough, post it on the group tomorrow. I want to see your imperative and important list, maybe in the comments of this webinar link. That'd be amazing. And I want to, the other reason why lists are important, guys, I think, is when your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between achieving a small goal and a massive goal. And to be honest, how many massive goals are there in life? What, like buying your first house, having kids and stuff like that? But there's nothing that's really massive, right? So if we're achieving condensed goals and we're crossing them off, remember your brain doesn't actually know the difference, and you're crossing off things that you're doing every day and ticking goals, ticking goals, ticking goals, you're actually affirming that you're winning. If you're affirming that you're winning, you're going to be putting that out there energy-wise. If you're putting that out there energy-wise, you're going to be attracting that to you. So if you're attracting winners into your life and winning circumstances, it's going to change the game for you guys. I swear. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to think about that stuff too much. Just trust me. Just do it for 30 days and see what happens. Okay? So that's it from us, guys. Does anyone have any questions here or on the call? We good? If you have any questions, guys, fire them through. There's a chat thing. And we'll just give it like 30 seconds. It's really hot in here. I'm just telling you guys. So that's why you got 90 seconds. So want to charge.
You've had your shower.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us this evening. You guys are all champions. Let's get those lists done. And we'll see you guys soon.